Day, welcome to Flip TV News. My name is Tolulope. Jonathan orders mount pressure on Tinubu to reinstate Fubara before June 12. Former President Goodluck Jonathan is reportedly leading behind-the-scenes efforts to secure the reinstatement of suspended Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara before the upcoming June 12 Democracy Day celebration. According to credible sources who spoke with Vanguard, Jonathan has held at least one private telephone conversation with President Bola Tinubu, appealing for Fubara's reinstatement in the spirit of national reconciliation and democratic principles. That is besides the concern expressed by two other former presidents, a source familiar with the development revealed. Sources close to the situation says that two recent visits by Fubara to the presidential villa were facilitated by key political actors, including Jonathan, who are believed to be working to reverse the controversial suspension. By the president's body language, the governor may be returned sooner than the 6 months earlier announced by the president, the source added. President Tinubu is expected to address the nation on June 12, marking the 26th anniversary of uninterrupted democratic governance since 1999. Nigeria News understands that Tinubu had on March 18 announced the 6 month suspension of Fubara from office, a move that drew widespread criticism for its alleged unconstitutionality. Legal experts and opposition figures argued that no section of the Nigerian constitution grants the president powers to suspend or remove a democratically elected governor outside of emergency rule declarations. Critics cited Section 305, which allows for emergency rule without suspending an elected governor, and Section 188, which entrusts the power of removal solely to the State House of Assembly. Despite this, the president's decision endorsed by the National Assembly also affected Fubara'S deputy and several members of the Rivers State House of Assembly, most of whom were aligned with former Governor Nyesom Wike, now Minister of the Federal Capital Territory. The crisis that led to Fubara'S ouster was the culmination of a power struggle between him and his predecessor Wike over the control of the state chapter of the People's Democratic Party and key appointments. There had been speculation that Tinubu would lift the suspension on May 29 during the celebration of the administration's second anniversary. However, that did not happen. Focus has now shifted to June 12, with many Nigerians expecting a symbolic gesture on Democracy Day. As Nigerians prepare to commemorate the legacy of June 12, 1993 and honor the sacrifices of Chief MKO Abiola, Kudirat Abiola, General Shehu Musa Yaradua, Pa Alfred Rwani, and other pro-democracy icons, questions have been raised over the state of governance in Rivers. President Tinubu himself, a veteran of the pro-democracy struggle, acknowledged in his 2023 June 12 broadcast, no matter how democracy may be, it is the best form of governance in the long run. As president of this nation, I am morally and constitutionally bound to preserve this precious form of governance. I vow to do my utmost best to protect your rights, freedoms, and liberties as citizens of Nigeria. Observers now say their commitment to be tested by its continued enforcement of emergency rule in Rivers State, where Vice Admiral Ibok Ete Ibas, retired, has acted as sole administrator since March 18. By June 18, it will be 3 months since Ibas assumed control of Rivers State, sidelining the elected governor. The emergency rule is set to expire in September unless lifted earlier. The president, who fought against military decrees and one-party authoritarianism, is now under pressure to demonstrate that his government will not perpetrate the same democratic infractions that democracy icons died resisting. Thank you for listening to Flip TV News. Do enjoy the rest of your day.